Okay.
Hey everybody, we are coming here. This is take 2. We tried a few minutes ago and had some technical problems. My phone is going off. Anyways, we'll wait here for just a few minutes to see if anybody wants to join us. We are going to talk about the school that the boys go to. A lot of people ask us about it, so I thought maybe we could talk about it, and they're obviously here to answer questions and kind of tell you a little bit about what they do. As you can see, they're not in school today, so today's a homeschool day.
Yay.
So let's wait around for a few minutes. This is their first
Facebook Live.
Facebook Live event. See if anybody...
Come on, Mom, take it like this is where they...
Yes.
Oh.
Hey, Kimberly. How's it going?
Hi, Bello, and such.
So we're going to wait just a few more minutes. As you can see, they like being on camera, so we're going to talk a little bit about...
Oh, yay, we got a comment. Happy. Bubble.
Thanks, Kimberly. You evidently have made them very happy.
I was not expecting, like...
You'll see stuff come through,
Ooh.
yes. As I said, this
More
is their
people.
first... hey, Blair. Hope you're doing good.
Oh, hey. Yay. How are you doing?
This is their first event, so they don't even realize how it actually works. So I thought we would...
the bubbles kind of surprised me.
we'd do that. So tell them...
Could these boys get out of school? Actually, we only have Monday and Wednesday days, but it's optional to go Tuesday, Thursday. And once you get into 5th grade, you can have the option to go 5 days a week. But Friday is an elective day, so we don't have to do that either.
That's right. We're going to talk a little bit about it. They both go to Coram Deo, and it's a little bit different program. People always ask that question is, how are they not in school today? Will actually does allergy shots, and we usually go on Thursday, and every time they ask, if he needs a school note. No, he's not in school today. Technically, they are in school because they're doing homeschool today, so we're taking a little bit of a break here to talk to you guys because we get this question a whole lot. What?
There's another Kimberly.
Yeah. Hey, Kimberly.
Another Kimberly.
Yes.
Ooh, this is exciting. Yeah.
Okay, as you can see, this is their first time and they're really excited about it. So let's go ahead and talk. So they go to, hey Sunny, they go to Coram Deo Academy. The one that they go to is in Flower Mound. They actually have a location in Collin County as well as in Dallas County. Flower Mound was the original location. Basically, it's a hybrid school. They go to school 2 days a week, and we're actually homeschooled 2 days a week. So it's kind of an interesting program, and like I said, we get lots of questions about their schedule mainly because it's very different. So basically, my boys go to actually school on Mondays and on Wednesdays, which means Tuesdays and Thursdays are their what?
Homeschool days.
Homeschool days.
Yes. Oh.
And you can actually see behind me, that's Will's room, and that's his desk. As you can see, he has a light on and stuff, so I pulled him away from whatever he was working on. What were you working on?
I'll be right back. The super advanced subject of reading King Arthur.
Yes, he was reading King Arthur. Super advanced, let me tell you. Anyway, so I thought maybe if you guys had questions for them, obviously they're not afraid of the camera, and I'm going to let them tell you a little bit about what they do. So this is Austin. So tell us, what grade are you in this year?
3rd grade.
Say it louder.
3rd grade.
3rd grade. And how long have you been going to this school?
4 years.
Since kindergarten, right? So this is familiar to you. So tell us a little bit about your school, at school. What's it like? Is it like a normal school is my question.
Yes.
You have, what kind of subjects do you have at school?
Spelling, math, literature, Bible, history.
Recess, PE.
Yes, PE.
Lunch.
I think that's his favorite subject. Lunch is not a
That's
period.
his favorite subject, by the way.
No, it actually isn't. Literature is my favorite subject.
Oh, okay, good.
I can
and then, so it's just a normal day, right? How many kids are in your class?
9.
He only has 9 kids in his class, and it's been like that most of the time, right? Most years?
Most of the time.
I think his kindergarten class is the biggest.
kindergarten had about 12, 13.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest. This school, they really only have about 12 to 14 kids are the max that they'll allow in classrooms. So one of the great benefits is, see, Kimberly said hers lunch is her favorite too.
Hey, that's one everybody aces in.
One of the great benefits is that they do have small classrooms, which is great because they give the kids, you know, a lot of one-on-one opportunities to ask questions and to talk, and they get a lot of opportunities during the day at school to discuss things and to talk about things and to make sure that they really do understand whatever they're studying. So you said literature is your favorite subject this year. What are you reading right now?
The Whipping Boy.
The Whipping Boy? And what is that about?
That's about, so basically what's it about is there's this mean prince in the castle, otherwise known as Prince Brat, but no one ever calls him that to his face. So Prince Brat and the Whipping Boy run away, and so they get kidnapped by villains. One is Hold Your Nose Billy and Keltwater, and so they get away. And so far, what they've gotten to the fair. They've met someone named Petunia, who has a dancing bear.
That's pretty cool. And so basically they discuss things. This is our drama kid over here. They discuss things in class, and then they also have schoolwork at home. So tell us about what you do at home. What is your home day like? Well, what time do we get started in the morning?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Did you hear that? We start school at 9 o'clock. So they get an hour difference on school or on home days, mainly because mom doesn't want to be up working starting at 8 o'clock. And then what do? Do you basically work by yourself? Do I have to help you? Kind of tell them what your day's like.
Well, what my day's like, it's like I'm at school, except I'm at home in my room. So my mom and dad, they switched me and my brother's room so I could have a desk. So most of the time I'm just working on my own, but for math, sometimes I have to come out and ask mom questions. I hate math.
Oh, you like math. If I remember correctly,
So he basically just, for the most part, works on his own at home. He actually comes home with a paper from his teacher that shows
an assignment sheet.
Yeah, an assignment sheet shows exactly what they did in school and then what he has to do at home. And a lot of what he has to do at home is a lot of reading, some different papers, and just nothing new. They learn all their new concepts and stuff at school. They do all of their testing at school, but for the most part.
Review.
Yeah, it's review and learning more and more a little bit about the concepts and stuff that they're doing. And for him, he's in grammar. They call elementary school grammar because it's a classical school. And basically the classical aspect is it's a lot of thinking, a lot of rhetoric, a lot of memorization. So these guys both have been actually speaking in front of people, memorizing and writing and stuff in front of people since kindergarten. So that's one of the biggest benefits that I've been able to see with them, is because they are so comfortable, as you can tell, talking to people and giving speeches and that kind of stuff. So as most of us know, that's an awesome thing for them to have skill.
Speaking of talking, I talk Latin.
Yes, they start Latin there too. That's part of the classical curriculum. That starts in 3rd grade. Austin actually just started this year. So this year he's doing a lot of vocabulary. And then we'll talk about his stuff here in just a second. But the grammar school is kindergarten through 4th grade. And they basically work on the basics, reading, writing, and arithmetic. They actually start them writing math.
No.
They start them writing in kindergarten, towards the last part of kindergarten, so it's really cool.
I also start math in kindergarten.
Yes, their math, they actually do 2 lessons in kindergarten, so that they're ending up being a grade ahead of math.
It's kind of confusing, because when I was in kindergarten, it said 1st grade math, and I was like, how does that work?
Okay, and so this is Will. Tell him what grade you're in.
I am just recently in 6th grade, and by far it's one of the most funny / embarrassing years ever.
He has some really funny teachers this year. So Will being in 6th grade, this is technically his 2nd year in logic school or junior high. But this is actually his 1st year where he actually gets to change classes, has different teachers for every subject and all of that. Last year, they did have a few different teachers, but they stayed in the classroom and their teachers actually came to them. So this year, he's walking all over the campus.
You can imagine if I was wearing a Fitbit every day, it'd be blowing up.
That's right. So tell them a little bit about your day at school.
Well, normally I get there, sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's warm, and I go straight to my pre-algebra class, get out all my stuff, and then just kind of absorb things like a sponge.
You absorb things like a sponge?
Yes. Absorbing information into this tightly packed brain cell-filled head.
See, Kyle asked a question. What do you guys want to be when you grow up, and why? Okay, hang on.
Okay, so
let Will go first.
It's changed quite a bit. In fact, it's recently changed from robotics engineer, and then I found out that's not exactly what I wanted. So now it's software designer.
And he is starting to work on some websites and stuff. Kyle, he might be able to work with you guys here not too long.
And then for me,
and then Austin.
I've always wanted to be a veterinarian / real estate agent. And I really wanted to be a veterinarian because, first of all, I love animals. And I've wanted to be a real estate because that's kind of carried along in this part of the family. My mom has been a real estate agent for almost 13 years, and my dad started about 2 years ago.
That's right. Okay. So, Will, let's go back to your class. What classes do you take during the day at school?
Well, if I can actually remember stuff.
You should be able to remember. Yeah, you were just there yesterday.
Sure. Yeah. So it starts with pre-algebra, which that could kind of be hard when you're still fuzzy in the morning.
Just run through your classes.
Then next is Latin. Then it's history. Then geography. Then I take a lunch period. The best subject I can do. And then it goes to English and literature. And then to wrap it all up, music and art appreciation, which is a very big GPA raiser.
That's right. That's what they said. It's
like
an easy
my
class.
last test, I got like 108. Kind of ridiculous.
108, yeah. So tell us a little bit about your home day on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Well,
how is it different?
Man.
Tuesdays are the hard day. We call Tuesdays crunch day.
Because it's a Monday, Wednesday program, so I have to get everything done on Tuesday, and it's kind of stressful at sometimes.
That's right. That's why on Thursdays we're a little bit more relaxed because we can we can take time. We technically have all weekend. Obviously, we don't like to leave stuff hanging over us for the weekend, so we really try hard to get stuff done on Thursdays. Sometimes we'll take Thursdays and Fridays to get stuff done. Just depends on what goes on. So
sometimes all week.
Yeah, it just depends on what's going on. They have projects like normal kiddos, and everything else is fairly normal. The classical side of things, like I said, is a lot of reading, classical things. So Will, tell us what you're reading right now in
Well, for those
literature.
Of you who just joined, I just started King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table today.
Right.
And so,
what did you just finish reading?
I just finished a very interesting book by the name of The Children's Homer. It's basically an adapted version of, what was his name? Homer. Yeah, Homer's version of the Homer.
Yeah, it's just an adapted version, which they'll read the real Homer book probably in high school. That's one of the things that we've really loved is the literature that they do read is all classical literature.
It's fantastic.
And it's a lot of fun. Their history is the other thing that they both love. Basically, their history classes are a little different than what I was used to and what a lot of people are used to. They basically start, because it's a Christian school, at creation in kindergarten, and then they go up from there. So they actually study first grade as like
ancient
Egypt,
then it goes Greek Roman times,
Greek and Roman history,
and then it goes to the Middle Ages.
Then
Texas history.
Then early American history and Texas history.
Right.
The best history.
And then so that's all just elementary school. And then in 6th grade, they actually start over. So Will this year is doing ancient Egypt right now.
No.
What are you doing now?
Israel.
Ancient Israel right now. That's right.
Israel.
So they basically dive a little bit deeper into what they were doing, what they did in kindergarten and 1st grade. So
it's a little more. I mean, I was reading things that I never really knew before.
Yeah, that's diving deeper, a little bit deeper, learning a little bit more about it.
I'm actually kind of learning what those Mesopotamians did.
So let's talk about Latin. A lot of people ask us about Latin too. So why, do y'all know why y'all do Latin? What's important about Latin?
Well, it's important.
Let us. Austin, what do you think?
I think it's important because Latin, it's kind of like the
root.
Yes, like the root of all the languages, because Spanish, French, Italy, they all got most of their languages from Latin. So if you can memorize Latin, you can easily memorize a lot of languages.
That's right. It's the base of it. So that's real important for them. Plus, if you want to be a lawyer or real estate or lots of other things, you have to know a little bit of Latin, right? We all know a little bit of Latin.
Medical people.
Or even a Marine.
Medical people, actually, they have.
Semper Fi, that's Latin.
What?
Yeah.
No.
So what else?
Well,
is there anything else about Latin?
I think it's kind of the classic thing that people learn in a classical school.
Yeah, that's very classical, yes.
As my Latin teacher, Mrs. Best, put it, she's hilarious, it's not actually a dead language. People still use it, but it also helps you. I put it this way: if you found like ancient Greek ruins, you could be that one person on the archaeologist team that's like
that could read it.
That they're like stumped, being the thinker about it, and they're like, "What does this mean?" And you walk up, "Oh, that means this."
That's right. So anybody have questions for us, let us know, because we definitely would like to answer anything. I'm trying to think of what else. So the school, they say that the school is Christian, classical.
It is very Christian.
Christian, classical, and what's the other C?
Christian, classical.
Collaborative, that's it. Because we collaborate with the teachers. So on my end, basically a school day looks a little different from Austin to Will. That's a little different. Austin's, for the most part, he can do most of his stuff by himself. I do grading and making sure that he's doing everything that he does, and obviously answers questions and stuff.
Obviously, sometimes I don't.
And then Will definitely works on his own. He actually, they have CDA Connect that keeps him, with his schedule and what things are due and when things are due. They're also required to keep a planner, which is good sometimes and not good sometimes. This is the first year he's been required to do that. So all I can say is thank goodness for the internet. One of the coolest things about it, though, is that we, all three of us, Dad included, have very easy
from us.
Very easy lines of communication. So if we had a problem or needed something, we can directly email our teachers, give them a call. A lot of the teachers, actually Austin's teacher, only teaches on Mondays and Wednesdays because she has kids in school there, and she's at home with her kids on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So there's a lot of part-time teachers as well, which is a really cool deal.
It's kind of cool because some teachers, sometimes they're a little not flexible. And it's kind of cool to have teachers that have experience with kids.
Well, most teachers have experience with kids.
Right. But
you mean with kids going to your school and know exactly what it's like. Yeah. Because homeschool sometimes is a challenge,
I have a few people that are my teachers that actually graduated from Coram Deo. And it's really neat to know that they know what it felt like way back in ye old 6th grade.
Well, and they have a different perspective as well. It's different to be a teacher and a student. as well as a parent that goes there. So anyways, a lot of people ask about this school, so hopefully maybe that answers some questions. Hit us up if you have any questions. You're welcome to put them in the comments, and we'll answer anything that you have. If you want more information about the school is called Coram Deo Academy, and you can look it up online, coramdeoacademy.org, and get information. They also have days where you can actually go and take a look at the school and see all the kids and what they do. What did you want to say, Will?
So one of the interesting things about it is that you can go there and you have a little bit of better understanding of what to do. I have this experience that most kids in my class, when I go to like Sunday school or something, that they're studying the same thing I'm studying, except they did it in a farther ahead grade. So I'm kind of getting that early. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting.
So I just thought about it. One of the other things that people ask about a lot is, do they have sports teams? Do they have bands and all of that? And the answer is absolutely. They actually have a really good football team.
Plays second in the state.
Yes. They have basketball and track and volleyball and cheerleading. I mean, all of the normal things that any other school has, they definitely have, as well as band and drama. Will was in the drama class last year.
Hence why he's so dramatic.
I think y'all are both a little dramatic. And so they have all of the normal, quote, normal school things as well. They have a homecoming dance. They have prom. They have all of that normal stuff in high school as well. So that's the other question. But anyways, if you guys have any other questions, like I said, put them on the comments. Thank you very much for listening, and hopefully that answers some questions. So if you see us out and about on Tuesdays, Thursdays, or Fridays, you know what we're doing. That's our homeschool days. So hope everybody has a great day. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Say bye.
Bye. We're absolutely comical.
Yes. Uh-oh. I can't. Austin moved it, so now it's all messed up. I can't stop it.
Let me see it.
No, stop.
I can't.
Bye.
Wait, the mouse.
Yeah, I know.
It's gone.
It's gone. Exactly.
Oh. Okay, hang on. Technical difficulties.
That's okay.
Maybe if